Italian! Company! Attend! Hey! Staff, present arms.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Today is September 11th. And on this day, 18 years ago, at exactly 0846 in New York, which is what time it is right now, United Airlines Flight 175 with 65 souls on board flew into the northern tower of the World Trade Center. Over the next 2 hours, events would transpire which would become the largest terrorist attack in the history of the world. Those actions would galvanize the nation's resolve, and Americans would vow to never forget. Today, we remember. Lieutenant Colonel Pritchard, come on up, buddy. Here's your battalion commander.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. We remember and we will never forget the nearly 3,000 beautiful Americans taken from us so cruelly. We come together in prayer and in gratitude for the strength that has fortified us across these 18 years. And we renew the love and the faith that binds us together as one American family.
Major Fortin, your battalion XO.
As President Bush said that day, terrorists can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot shake the foundation of our country. A great people were motivated and moved that day, and a great nation was called to defend itself. Since 2001, 2.7 million American men and women, service members of all branches, have deployed thousands of miles overseas to defend our freedom and to wage war against the terrorists that carried out those acts that day. In fact, we have over a dozen military staff here at MMA that have fought to defend our right under those same guidelines. And so today, we honor and remember the men and women who fought for those such rights. But the question is, as always, how do we preserve the legacy of those that we lost? How do we learn to live by their example? But most importantly, how do we keep their spirits alive in our hearts?
Thank you. Next, we're going to have a battalion education officer, Lieutenant Olawale Apampa, come on up.
Well, we've seen this answer in the generations of Americans today. Men and women in uniform who have stepped forward to serve and risk their lives time and time again to keep us safe. Thanks to their extraordinary service, we've crushed Al-Qaeda. We've brought justice to Osama bin Laden. We've strengthened our home. We've prevented attacks. We've saved lives. We're resolved to continue doing everything in our power to protect this country. And today, we once again pay tribute to these patriots, both military and civilian, including those far away from home in Afghanistan and Iraq. How we remember today is a mark of our resilient American spirit. Thank you.
Hoorah. All right, gentlemen, how about that great presentation by your battalion staff? Give them one. Outstanding work. Hey, every opportunity that you have, every single day, there's a little bit of a learning opportunity there. So today I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to do next. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get back in formation and we're going to render honors as our very own Cadet Suarez comes up here and plays taps. So when we get back in formation, all of us are going to pay honors to those who came before us. We're going to render a beautiful hand salute. And I'm asking you, as a corps, to stand a little bit taller, a little bit sharper, not swat any flies away, and think about those who came before us. Then we'll have a short moment of silence. You can consider all those that helped us get where we are and how fortunate we are to be standing on this campus right now. And then we got to get to class.
I'm proud. Echo!